She understands the army. She's got brothers that have sort of been.
Earth and air and fire and water. Earth and air and fire and water. Earth and air and fire and water. Come, watchers, come and balance our circle. Come, watchers, come and balance our work. Come, watchers, come and strengthen our auras. Come, watchers, come and strengthen our work. Earth and air and fire and water. Earth and air and fire and water. Earth and air and fire and water. Welcome, everybody. All right. Hello, Champagne. Hello, Hugo. Welcome to the first official stream of Christopher 33 Tarot. We're doing it, baby. So let's see what we got. I'm glad that grounded you. That helped me center myself, and it also raised some vibrations for us to get this wonderful work of light started for us tonight, because that is what it's all about. We are workers of light. We are workers of light and union, and we seek to thank the goddess and please the goddess in everything that we do, and bring balance to the universe and bring healing to everything, because that is what we're all about. Let's get our love crystals out. Got to have love in the world. Got to have lots of love in the world. Here's the battery. Oh yeah, got to have that battery. Let's flip that over. All right. Awesome. Fantastic. Okay, well, let's get started. Champagne, you are first. What's your question? Guess that's going to happen. What is your spiritual purpose? That is a very deep question. Let's find out. What is Champagne's spiritual purpose? Great goddess. Guide us in this work. Guide us in this light. Guide us in these mysteries. As we look into the depth of this book, let's find out what Champagne's spiritual purpose is. What is Champagne's purpose in this world? Especially with the spirit. So let's do a 3-card spread. We'll do mind, body, and spirit. So with your mind, your body, and culminating in the spirit card right here. So let's see what the goddess has in store for us. So with your mind, well, I'm seeing a King of Chalices. Let's see what the energy is looking like on the bottom of the deck. We're looking very positive. So we're looking at an accentuation of the meaning of this card. So double the meaning of the King of Chalices. And so what I'm seeing is that you are a worker of, well, you handle, you're a worker of light. You handle people that are lesser than you. You guide people to, and you encourage people in their creativity. And you have the ability to lead people into realizing their true fullest potential as artists and dreamers. So that is the physical aspect of you. Your mental aspect, again, we are talking about a accentuated meaning of this. And it looks like you're a little bit, you feel like you're not in control of everything that's going on in your mind. Possibly you think like, you feels like your thoughts are just kind of taking their own course of things. And they seem to do their own thing. And you know what to do. You have the instructions in front of you, but it doesn't seem like they want to work with you. It seems like they just want to kind of manifest on their own. And so what I'm seeing here is mentally you really wish you had more control, but just you can't quite get a hold of things. It just seems like it's running on its own motor. So spiritually, let's figure out what your purpose is. And we've got the Ten of Swords, and this is upright. And so with the Ten of Swords, we're looking at somebody who is a very air energy, but we're also dealing with a lot of fiery. So we're talking about a release of energy. So spiritually speaking, we're talking about someone who is able to start a project and be able to walk away from that project to to start another completely new project. So what we're looking at is someone who is able to, let's look all together here. We're looking at a guide, someone who is dealing with unstable thought patterns, and yet you are able to walk away from your own projects. So what I'm seeing for your spiritual path and your spiritual purpose is you are meant to lead people in terms of helping people realize their creativity. And you're just keep in mind to not get too focused on the downfalls of these people that you're helping. It can be very easy to fall into the traps of making their problems your problems. And if you can be able to avoid that and just focus on what it is that if you can just walk away from a situation that if you know that you cannot help somebody and you can just walk away from that situation and go on to the next project, then you will have succeeded in your mission. So that's what I am seeing in these cards today. If that resonates, that would be awesome. So that's thus saith the goddess. I think Hugo's up next. Let's see. I am seeing 1111. Well, I can tell you that without reading the cards, Hugo. Hugo, you should look into 1111 and look into the meaning of all these ones that are coming into your life. It is possible because numerology is very important. You should look into what the number one means. It's a number of leadership, and it's a number of headstrong. So you should be able to you should look into it's an angel number. It's a very important number. Look into it. Google it for sure. Let's look into your financial future. So let's take a look. So let's do current situation, challenges, and guidance, and then we'll do a lucky card. So guide us in this work, and guide us in this light, and help us to find out what it is that is going on with Hugo's financial future, with his current situation, his challenges, some guidance for him, and with the lucky card, let's ask for some revelation on what is in store for him in the future, whether it's positive or negative. So Goddess, help us in this work and help us in this light. Thank you. Thank you, Goddess. All right, your challenges, your current situation, your challenges, and your guidance, and then we're going to put your lucky card right there. And we got very positive energy here. So any kind of inverted cards are going to be reverse cards are going to be accentuated meanings of what they actually mean. So let's take a look at your current situation. And it looks like the Seven of Pentacles. It looks like right now financially you're doing pretty well. You have a nest egg. You have exactly what you need to take care of yourself, and you have income. So you're not hurting for anything. It's just a matter of reaching out and taking it. For your challenges, you're going to be looking at Seven of Wands. So you're going to be looking at, well, there's a little bit of chaos, and just the markets, they go up, they go down. It's just the way of fire. It's just the way the energy works. It's just how things go. So sometimes sometimes money comes and money goes. When it stops, no one knows. And so the challenges that you're going to be facing is possibly, well, you just want to watch your spending, and you want to watch where your money's going to. You want to try to, I would recommend always saving as much money as you can and putting money back into your business as much as you can, and putting some aside for yourself. But the challenges you're facing is really just the way of the market, the way the market goes, the way that energy goes. It's completely out of your control, and you're just going to have to ride the wave. So with guidance, we've got the Knave of Swords in reverse. So we're talking about an accentuated meaning of the upright meaning. And guidance is really just put yourself out there, and don't hold back. Just keep doing what you're doing, and throw yourself into your work, throw yourself into your career, whatever it is that is bringing money into your work and bringing money into your life. Just put yourself out there and just do it, Hugo. Do it to the max. That is your guidance. And so we're going to look at what your future holds for your financial future. So let's take a look. And we've got the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups, we're looking at something very, very positive. We've got someone who has everything in the world, and yet they don't even realize it. They're dreaming about that future. They're dreaming about having more. So I'm seeing something good for you, Hugo. I'm seeing something very satisfying for you. You got everything in the world. You're golden. You're good to go. That's a good card. So you're very welcome. Thus saith the goddess. All right, that's fun. I like this. This is great. See if we can light that candle back up. All right, and so we wait for some more people to show up. If you guys like what you see, you can stop by my Patreon channel, or my Patreon page, and my PayPal page. And Hugo, where am I from? I am from the Seattle area, specifically Tacoma, Washington. That's where I hail from. I was born in England. I was raised in California, but I pretty much grew up here in Tacoma, Washington, in the Pierce County area. And that's where I reside, and that's where I work. So hello, Jamie. How are you? It's good to see you. Portugal. Okay, cool. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, my dad was Air Force, so I was born in England, and but we were Americans. So, but it's funny because my mother was also born in England, so that's pretty cool too. All right, we're just getting it going. Getting it going. We're just going to stay here all night if we have to. Hugo, would you like to be a, let's see. Hugo, would you like to be a moderator? If you'd like to be a moderator, I can make that happen if you're interested. Maybe not right now, but in the future. Jamie, Sally, how does my ex feel about me? My ex is a Capricorn. Well, let's find out. Great goddess, how does Jamie's ex feel about her? So let's take a look at you and your partner and the relationship between you two. Oh, that pesky candle keeps going out. Let's take a look at what's going on between Jamie and her partner, and how does her partner view her? Let's see what the cards say. All right, so here we're going to have Jamie, and we've got her partner, and then this card right here is going to be how her partner sees Jamie, and what's going on there, what's going on in his or her mind. And so Jamie, we've got the Seven of Chalices. We got someone who is just someone who's kind of bored in the situation. She's already been there. She's done that. She's seen everything that there is to see. She's waiting for something new to happen. She's someone that, well, I mean, she's already done it, and she just wants something fresh and something different. She's tired of eating the same old food and drinking the same old drink. She wants something new and exciting. Her partner, her partner is he likes to see he or she likes to see themselves as the ringleader. They like to see themselves as the captain of the ship. They're in the driver's seat. They're just they're the center of attention. They're the party monsters. So that's what I'm seeing for their partner, as how they see themselves. And as for how your partner sees you, your partner sees you as someone that really they could take or leave you. They could they're the ones that call the shots, and you're just along for the ride. That's how they feel. So that's what the cards are telling me. If that resonates, that would be cool. If not, but I just read what the cards say. So that's what the cards say. Okay, Hugo, no problem. It's only if you want to. So, all right, guys. Well, here we go. All right, we're just waiting for more people to file in. Jamie, I hope that resonates. If it doesn't, it's just how things go. I just read what the cards say, and I hope the best for everybody that comes my way. And whether or not my readings ring true, I don't know. I'm a worker of light. I don't know if what I do is helping or hurting. I just do the things that I'm supposed to do, and I just go with the way of the goddess and let her guide me. So that's just how I do things. So hopefully that gave you some insight on what's going on with your partner. And maybe you can try to take control back from that situation. Maybe you can say, you know what, forget that, because I'm in charge of my own destiny, and I'm a woman of power, and I choose my own fate, and I do what I do. So forget this person that's trying to control me and control my destiny. I dictate what happens to me. I'm the narrator of my own story. So that's just how I feel. But, it's up to you. It's your life. It's what you do. All right, let's get some water. I'm thirsty for some water. Water is the sweet nectar of the goddess. Let's get some vape. Good old nicotine. So we're just hanging out, waiting for people to file in. I'd like to know if the girl you asked about yesterday is only a karmic to teach you a lesson or something more. That's a good question. And thank you for the compliment. I really appreciate it. I hope that what I say resonates. I just, like I say, I just read what the tarot says and I follow my intuition. And I hope that what I say is true. I trust the goddess in everything that she does. I know for myself, I've had a lot of tarot cards read for me that were just spot on, uncannily spot on to me. So I just like to return the favor. Great goddess, what is going on with Hugo, this girl that Hugo's talking to? Is she a karmic teacher? Is she a product of his karma, or is she something more? Let's do a relationship spread. Let's see a card for Hugo right here and a card for this girl, and let's see what the tarot says is what's happening, whether it's a karmic relationship or if it's something whether something more, maybe a possible twin flame. Let's see what's happening here. So Hugo, we got the Five of Chalices. We got someone who is someone that is kind of down in the pits, and someone that is just waiting for something good to happen. Someone that's really, well, it's sad. It's kind of depressed. It's kind of depressing, Hugo, it looks like you're wanting so much, and you're just not getting that want filled, and it hurts. And I hear you, man. I hear you. This girl that you're talking about, well, we've got a reverse card, so let's see the energy here. And we're looking at a negative aspect. So we're looking at the opposite meaning of what's going on here. So the opposite meaning, well, let's see what the meaning says. The Nine of Swords is a negative card, but we're looking at a negative aspect. So we're looking at the opposite here. So we're looking at someone who is possibly well, this girl is, as you can see, she's having a hard time with these bats. They're just getting in her head and they're getting in her hair, and they're just driving her nuts. But we're looking at the opposite. So what we're seeing is someone that is actually dealing with someone that is possibly not that bad. Someone that they're willing to work with. Something that they're not willing to deal with. It just seems like you're torturing yourself, Hugo. Let's see what the relationship looks like. And we've got some creativity here. We got whether it's karma. I don't see it being a karma situation. I see it as being an opportunity for growth. I see this as being something that you really both you and her can help each other out on. Man, yeah, I'm seeing. It seems like both of you are in positions where you want something more for yourselves. You're tired of where you're at. Both of you are trying to just strive for something more. And what I'm seeing here is not necessarily karmic, but possibly an opportunity for something more than karmic. I'm seeing something, maybe a fresh new perspective, maybe a new relationship altogether. What I'm seeing is two very weary souls coming together and being brought together to possibly make something new and beautiful. So that's what I'm seeing in this reading. So that's what I got. Well, hello, Kinley. How are you? Would you like reading? Can't keep this pesky candle in the middle for nothing. This guy likes to just keep going out. Awesome. All right, Kinley. Yes, Kinley. What would you like? Would you like a general reading, or do you have a specific question in mind? What do you have going on? Expect in love. Let's see what we got going on in love. The lovey-dovey. Let's see what you got going on. Great, guide us in this. Let's see what we have in store for Kinley. Let's do a past, present, future. Let's do a past, present, future spread. I like the 3-card spread. If you haven't noticed, I like 3s. 3 is my number. So let's see what's going on with past, present, future for Kinley. Past, present, and future. So in the past, we've got judgment in reverse, and we're looking at a positive energy here. So we're looking at a double meaning of this card. And so what I'm seeing here is in the past, you've been through the ringer. You've had some pretty challenging relationships in the past. They're not for nothing. They are definitely from the goddess, and I see God as a woman. I'm seeing a lot of stuff that basically a lot of karma that you had to work through, and it's just kind of how that goes with relationship wise. In the present, in the past, that's the past. That's what we've already gone through. Presently, you are the high priestess. Oh my goodness. You are just on top of your game right now. You are all about you. You are totally, man, that's a good card. Right now, you are in a relationship with yourself, and that is awesome. You are totally in vibe with yourself, and that is the best place to be, is when you're in tune with your own self. That's really the best relationship you could ever have. Because that puts you in a healthy place to be able to have a healthy relationship with someone else. So you are doing good. As for your future in love, I see the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, and so what I'm seeing is really you're going to keep looking, and you're not going to find what you're looking for. You're just going to be you're going to have all sorts of different signs pointing in different directions, and you're not going to know which way to go. But really, it's important that you have that relationship with yourself, because no matter what happens with other people in your life, at least you always have yourself to depend on. So always have faith in yourself. As for your love, well, people come and people go. And you may be stranded at some point and looking for love, and you may feel lost. But know that you are always at center with yourself and with the goddess. You are always in tune with. You are always at one with the universe, and so you're never alone. You're always with the human race. You're always with us. So yeah, that's what I have. That's what the goddess says. Oh goodness, I spilled the candle all over myself. Look at that. Yep. Well, that's going to happen from time to time. You're very welcome, Kinley. All right, Linda. Hello, Linda. Does Marvin like you? He's your ex. Well, let's find out. Let's do a relationship spread for Linda and Marvin. Let's get this candle wax off my thumb here. Oh, it's turning into a mess. Good Lord. Well, hold on a second, guys. Let me let me wash my hands. I just kind of made a mess here. Righty. We getting it going? We're doing it. All right. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate it. Linda and Marvin, let's do a relationship spread with you guys. Linda and Marvin sitting in a tree. Kissing. Linda and Marvin. Goddess, what is going on with Linda and Marvin? Let's hear it with Linda and Marvin, and let's see what this relationship is going right here. So, Linda, you are one organized person. Linda, you have, you know exactly where your papers go in your file cabinet. You have a place for everything and everything in its place. And you have no time for nonsense. And that's respectable. I appreciate that in person. But the pages that you are filing are all blank. So that's just room for growth. It's always room for growth. Marvin, on the other hand, well, Marvin, let's check the bottom of the deck here. And we've got, boy, I got to go get my lucky coin for this one. Hold on. I got to get my lucky coin. I'll be right back. All right. Well, lucky coin. So what we're doing here is we're doing what reverses mean in this reading. So because we have the Fool, we have something that is open. It could be either way. So we're going to go to the lucky coin to flip. Heads is positive, tails is negative. Here we go. And it looks like negatory. So we're going to look at the opposite meaning of the chariot. So we're looking at Marvin, and he's kind of dependent. That's what I'm seeing in these cards. So let's see. Is Marvin like you still use your ex? Marvin, that's how I'm seeing the relationship between you two as it was. Marvin, does he like you still? Let's see what the relationship as it is. I think Marvin's off to better things. I think Marvin's off to not better things, different things. I think Marvin is off to just doing his own thing. I think Marvin is pretty much over whatever it is that you guys have going on, and he is off doing his own thing. So whoever he's in a relationship with, then he is dependent on. That's what I'm seeing here. So you are organized. You got it going on. He is dependent on whatever is going on in his situation, but you're really, honestly, you're not in his world. Marvin's kind of doing his own thing. And that's what I'm seeing in the cards. That's what I'm seeing here. So, yeah, Thus saith the goddess. Absolutely, Lauren. You may have a reading. What would you like to ask her? Lauren, when will you have kids? Well, let's find out. When will you have kids? It's kind of a hard question to differentiate from cards. Let's see what we can figure out here. Let's do a current situation, challenges, and guidance. And then, are we feeling lucky? Let's see if we're feeling lucky. We're feeling lucky, so we're going to put a lucky card on top. So we got your current situation, your challenges, your guidance, and we've got a lucky card right here. So we're going to see what's going to happen there. So let's go with Lauren's current situation with children. We got the lovers. So we got people who are planning. We got a couple people who are trying to have children, and they want to have children, and they are working on it. They are looking towards having children. That is definitely what's going on here. Your challenges. We got the Three of Wands in reverse. Let's check the energies on this. So we've got a negative energy. So we're looking at the opposite meaning of what this card means. And we're looking at discontent. And we're looking at messages that are being passed by without us knowing. So missed opportunities because you're content with what you have. So, however that resonates. You're so focused on the beauty of what's in front of you that you're missing out on the things that are, well, you have something coming your way. It could mean a new delivery, but it's an opposite meaning. So it could mean a missed delivery. So let's see what the guidance is. We're looking at the moon. We're looking at cycles. We're looking at the good old, the moon. I love the moon card. The moon is awesome. The moon is wonderful. The moon is a sign of goddess, symbol of the goddess. So we're talking about fertility. We're talking about something very fertile. Let's see what we got with the lucky card here. We got the Ten of Swords for your lucky card. And what I'm seeing here is that you guys are working towards having kids. Keep working towards it. It's going to happen, but in its own time. Just keep doing what you're doing and stay focused on what. Don't be so held up on what you think when you should have kids, and just focus more on being ready to have kids. That's what I'm reading out of these cards here. So that's basically what the goddess has to offer. That's what the goddess says. All right. And we're hanging out. We're hanging out. You're very welcome. Very welcome, Lauren. Hello, 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 viewers. How are you? Welcome to my circle. If you would like to have a tarot reading, come join us in chat and ask your question, or if you just want a general reading, just let your presence be known. See if we can get that in the frame. Got another candle here. Let's go out. I got the lucky coin there. We're doing free readings, so if you're in the room and you'd like a reading done, just post a question and we'll do a reading for you. See what the cards have to say for you. Yep, Hugo. Looks like it's just you and me, buddy. That's all right. We'll just hang out and, see how it goes. True. I could do that. I'm brand new to the scene, so this is my first live stream on this channel ever. So, I'm just hoping that, if I just keep doing it and people show up, and if people show up, then, it'll happen. And if people don't show up, then whatever. I'm just here for everybody else. I'm here for you guys. I'm here to just spread love and light in the world. So this is how I practice my religion. This is how I practice my beliefs. Do. Hugo, you're probably going to be my first moderator. On the next stream, I'll I'm going to look back onto this on this stream when it gets uploaded, and I'll put your name in the moderator bar so that next time you come on, anytime that you come on, you'll be able to handle the chat if you want to. It's up to you. But I do need some help in the chat area. So anybody that can help me any help would be appreciated. I'm doing this for nothing. And, if nobody's donated anything yet, but I've only been in business for 2 days. So if anything that gets donated my way goes right back into this stream. So I'm not making any profit off this. This isn't some kind of a money-making thing. So let's see, do some like pick a card, rolling lives, people like that too. Yeah, true. Queen Bean, absolutely, you can have a reading. Absolutely, Queen Bean. What is your question, hon? Oh, can you not hear me? Can you hear me now? My microphone looks like it's working. Can you hear this? I think it's just you, Queen Bean. I don't have the greatest setup here. I'm working on a laptop and a microphone that I bought off Amazon. So it's not, the greatest setup, but it's something. It works. It's rudimentary. It's not the highest quality, but can't ask for everything. Got to start somewhere. Queen Bean, if you can't hear me, I'm sorry, honey. Let me try to type something in the chat here. Well, hello, hippie witch. Okay, thank you, Hugo, for the feedback. I really don't know what to do about it. I'm hooked up on a Wi-Fi network. My Wi-Fi network is very strong, so there's nothing wrong with my network. What I'm thinking is, if you're out of the country, then it's probably bouncing off a couple satellites, so it's probably just having to deal with the upkeep, the speed up on your end. But that's the internet for you. It's not perfect. We're doing the best we can with what we got. So, but it's just we live in a really cool time right now. It's really cool that we can connect like this because this. I remember when the internet was not like this. It was totally something different, and we weren't able to do live streams like this. We had chat rooms and bulletin boards, and it was you had no idea who was on the other line. So, Queen Bean, if you can hear me, I'd love to do a reading for you. Please respond. If not, Hippie Witch, Tarot, if you'd like a reading, I'm all about it. Let's do a reading. Let's do some readings, people. Okay, no problem. In your own time, dear. Sounds good to me, Hippie Witch. I'm all about it. Let's just hang out and groove. See, I got the whole setup here. Got the singing bowl. I got the lucky coin. Got my candle. This candle never seems to like to light. I'm getting candle wax all over the place. Got my crystals out. Got my little chalice with the water. Got to bring all the elements together, make magic happen. Yep. So a little bit about myself. I was actually a high priest for a Wiccan coven over in Spokane, and we did the coven was very Celtic in nature, but we were an eclectic group. We had people of all sorts of different tribes and nations, and we had some Nordic, we had some Egyptian, we had some Greek, we had some people that were into their own stuff, and I at the time I was very Nordic facing with the Norse gods and goddesses, but since then I've integrated with just basically kind of my own thing. I've really gotten in tune with God, and if anybody knows God, then they would know that God is a black woman, because that's just, so I call her goddess because that just makes more sense, because God's not a man, God's a woman. But that's just how I see it. But everybody has their own perspective on things. So yeah, it's fun to work with other people. It's I'm actually organizing something right now, a new group up here with some family members and some friends, and I'm also I'm going to be heading a forum discussion at a local New Age shop in Tacoma, talking about occult subjects and stuff like that. So yes, Queen Bean, absolutely, absolutely. About how you started with tarot. Let's do a reading for Queen Bean, and then I'll keep talking, and then we'll just keep on the discussion because I like talking. Talking's fun. Let's try to keep that candle from going out. That pesky candle, that candle right there, just likes to keep going out. I really, arg. All right. So, okay, you're in Texas. I have family in Texas, Hippie Witch. Awesome. Where out in Texas are you? Queen Bean, I can hear now. Can I know what is in store for love for me? Queen Bean, let's see what's going on with this, with the love for you. Great Goddess, can you use these cards to help us find out what's going on with Queen Bean and find out what's going on with her love life? So we're going to do a past, present, future, and we're going to see what's in store for Queen Bean. So here is Queen Bean's past, present, and future. Are we feeling lucky? Are we feeling lucky? Nope, not today. Nope. But what we're working with here is very positive. So we're looking at accentuated meanings of the cards in reverse. So presently, Queen Bean, it looks like you probably are really, you could do a lot worse. If you are in a relationship now, then you are in the best relationship you've ever been. If you are not in a relationship, really you're doing just fine out of a relationship. Like you're doing just fine on your own. So that's what I'm seeing here. In the past, this is a past. In the past, you have had a success in relationship. Excuse me. In the past, you've had success in relationship. So let's see where you're at now. We've got the Magician in reverse, which is an accentuated meaning. So we're talking about a lot of creativity. We got the forces of the elements coming together. We have someone that is in the works of something great. The Magician, I'm a magician, and magicians are always working on something new and something to, hold on. Oh, Grandma, not a good time. So we're always, magicians are always working on something new and something energetic. You are working on something. You got something in the works. Let's see what you got in the future. And, well, honestly, we got some pretty much the same old thing that you've had in the, that you've come to expect. You're going to be left wanting more. You've already done everything in the past. You've already had success in relationships, but really, you're you're striving for something that you're not gonna be able to attain it again in the future, and it's unfortunate, but it's just the way it goes. So that's what the cards read. So, yep, that's what we got. Sorry, Queen Bee. If you make it the way that they get a reading, it'll work. I don't want to. That's cool. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, here we are. Hippie Witch Tarot. I have family in Cisco and Eastland area, which is somewhere between Dallas and Abilene, in that big country area there. And I'm actually going to be down there in May. My brother is getting married to a wonderful lady named Donna, and it's going to be fantastic. I'm going to be the best man, and it's going to be kind of a blend of a Christian traditional and a pagan traditional wedding, because she's pagan and he's Christian, and it's just going to be awesome. It's going to be wonderful. Hugo, how I started out with tarot. So I actually embarked on tarot probably in 2013 when I got my first deck, and really it just kind of came with the whole witchcraft thing. When I started getting involved in Wicca, I was exposed to Wicca when I was about 13, and I didn't really pay too much attention to it until I was in my 20s, in my late 20s, mid to late 20s. And once I started getting more involved, it started getting more interesting, because I was able to shed off a lot of the Christian the Christian dressings that came with my upbringing. Christianity, it's not a bad religion, and I love Jesus. Jesus is a wonderful to me, and Jesus has his place in the cosmology of the universe, but Christianity is not really what it should be, in my opinion. At least the organized religion isn't. So let's see. Hippie Witch Tarot. Tarot interesting, and also it helped me improve my English, which is not perfect because, yeah, absolutely. Tarot is a universal language. It's wonderful. It's awesome. I love tarot. Tarot is fantastic. Does Jason have feelings for me when you finish? Okay. Hello, Aileen. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see what's going on with Hippie Witch Tarot and Jason. Hippie Witch Tarot and Jason. Let's do a relationship spread. So I like these 3-card spreads. If you haven't noticed, I'm all about the 3s. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love those 3s. Absolutely, Aileen. Let me do Hippie Witch Tarot, and then I will get you set up with a reading. So just go ahead and post your question, and then I'll get back to it when I get done with Hippie Witch. Oh, pesky candle. Why do you go out on me? Okay. So Jason and Hippie Witch. Jason and Hippie Witch Goddess, help me to figure out what's going on with Hippie Witch, Jason, and what is their relationship looking like? How does Jason have feelings for her? That's the question that this is going to reveal. The card that this is going to reveal. Okay, so Hippie Witch, we're looking at someone who is we've got a Knight of Pentacles, someone who's not necessarily doesn't feel that they're in charge of what's going on in their romantic life. It seems like all their decisions are being made for them. Seems like you know exactly what's good for you, but everyone's just kind of intent on doing their own thing, and you're just kind of along for the ride, which kind of sucks. But Jason, let's see where Jason's at. Jason's the star child. Jason's just having a blast. He's just doing his own thing. He's running amok. He's sowing his wild oats. Jason is just all about having fun. and he's living in the limelight. So as for the relationship, how does he feel about you? Well, everything in its place and a place for everything. I think Jason has his ducks in a row, and he is kind of he's got his priorities set for himself. I think with the star in his place, I think he's more focused on what he has going on and less what you have going on. And so what I'm seeing is that possibly he may be stringing you along, but what I'm really feeling here is that maybe you're hoping for something that just isn't there because he's more focused on himself. He's more focused on having fun. So that's just where I'm seeing this. That's what the cards read. So that's what I have. Yes, Hippie Witch, I would love for you to moderate if you can. That would be awesome. On the next stream, I'll put you on for a moderator. I'll put you and Hugo on for moderators. I don't know how to do it from here during the stream. I wish I knew how. Oh, here we go. Boom. Hippie Witch, you are a moderator. And Hugo, you are a moderator. Awesome. Fantastic. We got moderators in the house. Samantha, nice to meet you. All right. Aileen, what is your question, hon? Take your time. You don't have to hurry. I just read what the cards say, and yeah, absolutely. Take your time. We got all night. We have no worries. I'm going to be up all night doing this, so I'm going to be here probably for 3 more hours doing this. So we got all night. Hit the vape. Absolutely, Aileen. Let's do a general reading for Aileen. Let's see what's going on for Aileen. Great guidance in this reading. Guide us in what's going on with Aileen. Help us to discover what's going on with Aileen in the future in April. Let's do a 3-card spread with strengths, weeks for April for Aileen. Let's see what's going on. And are we feeling lucky? Are we feeling lucky? Let's see if we're feeling lucky. Nope, not today. That's all right. Can't always be lucky. All right, Aileen, let's do a spread. So here's your strengths for April. Here's your weaknesses for April. Here's your advice for April. Let's see what we've got going on. April. Well, we got a reverse. Let's check the bottom of the deck, and it looks like positive. So we're looking at a double meaning of this word, double meaning of this card. So strengths, it looks like your family ties. Looks like your home life is going to be very strong for April. Everything is going to be very good at home. Everybody's going to be very copacetic. Everyone's going to be very happy with each other. There's no drama free in the house. That's what I'm seeing for April. Weaknesses, I'm seeing 2 of swords in reverse with the double meaning. So what I'm seeing is you're going to be faced with a difficult decision, a very difficult decision in April. You're going to have to make a very difficult decision at some point in April, and it's not going to be easy. But if you trust your intuition and you trust the goddess and you trust that everything is going to work out for the best in the end for all of us, everything's going to win out for us. Then you know exactly so your guidance for April is exactly what I was saying, is the One of Pentacles. Everything it's right there in front of you. Just pick it up and take it and go with it. You know what's best for you, Aileen, and whenever that time comes for you in April, you will know what to do. So just trust your intuition, trust yourself, girl. You got this. You've got this. Thank you, Goddess. You are awesome. Pesky candle. Oh, you're very welcome. If you guys would like to support me, I have a Patreon page set up and a PayPal pool. Also, shout out to my buddy, the Bishop XXXNES. If you want to check out his channel, he does what I like to call emo hop music, and I like his music, and he's a good friend of mine. And we work together and we collaborate together. So you can check out his channel in the description below this video. So that's just me plugging away for my friend Jason, my friend Bishop. His real name's Jason. He's a good guy. Got a lot of love for that guy. So yeah, the Goddess is good. Like I said, I see God. A lot of people see God as like this bearded guy in the sky. Well, I'm a bearded guy. I'm a guy and I have a beard. And I don't see God that way. I see God as a black lady. I see God as really just an older, very leather-skinned, maybe not necessarily like black, but like maybe a light-skinned black lady. And I see her as just like, frizzy haired, and like she's kind of a little kooky, but she's really sharp. Like she knows what's going on, and she will shoot straight from the hip, and she doesn't hold back. She will tell you exactly how things are. But she's got a great sense of humor. She loves to laugh, and she makes the best cookies. Like she will just make cookies that will melt in your mouth. And that's God. That is what I see God as. So I love God. God is wonderful. I call her Goddess, but Goddess is just wonderful to me. So how religions sell it to people. Jesus must be mad if she really exists. Hugo, the whole thing about Jesus got it a little warped. Jesus came down to preach light and love and life, and he came to preach each other, helping each other, people helping each other, to lifting each other up, because that's how we survive in this world. We don't survive by being greedy and trying to hoard everything for ourselves. We survive by giving our riches away and giving everything away to other people who need it. It's by sharing is caring, and sharing is how we're going to help the world. We're so scared of our own well-being that we're afraid to give away what we have in excess. And that's what Jesus taught. Jesus taught a lot of things, but mainly it was love and taking care of people. And his message got really distorted with the Catholic Church, which is very unfortunate. I resonate more with the Gnostics, with their worldview and their cosmology, but the Catholics, they basically turned it into this ritualized, dogmatic, very structured hierarchy, this patriarchy that is just, it's so stuffy and old, and there's no room for growth. It's all just structured and crystalline, and it's no good. There's no benefit you can gain from that. I mean, there is some beauty from the Catholic Church. I love the Marian mysteries. Guadalupe is one of my favorite images of Mary. Mary is probably the best thing that's come out of the Catholic Church, but that's because the Goddess does not mess around. The Goddess will come through no matter what. Tons of millions, and still ask people to donate money. It's against with their exactly. It's a religious institutions. You're supposed to be giving the people away. The Pope right now, our current Pope is actually a really good guy. I really like the Pope right now. He's done more in terms of servitude. He's all about serving people, and he has got his head in the right place. I like the Pope right now. I can't remember his name offhand, but I know his face. His face is ingrained in my mind. He's awesome. I love him. I think he's great. Absolutely, yeah, changing it up. Um, I think the Pope that we have now is exactly who we need in the office. I think he's trying to get the church back to where he was supposed to be. Um, Benedict. So Benedict, yeah, he did kind of have a scary image, but I don't think he was a bad person. I just think that maybe he wasn't. He probably. I mean, image does have something to do. You kind of have to be approachable to be a spiritual leader, and he really was not an approachable person. But he was not a bad person. He was kind of he was of the old cloth, and he was definitely of the older sort. He was definitely classical in his views of how the church should be run. But he wasn't a bad person. I didn't see anything bad about him. No one, John Paul II really was the best pope that we've had ever. But this guy that we have now really is giving John Paul II a run for his money. So we'll just see how it goes. I have a lot of love for the church. I really do. I'd love to see the church get back on her heels and get her back on the way that she's meant to be in spreading love and wellness to the world, and not this overarching dogma. It's this inquisitional, this hatred of other beliefs. I don't resonate with that. The God is so much bigger than that. God is so much bigger than a catechism of beliefs. So yeah, absolutely, I agree, Hugo. So yep, that's where I'm at on all that stuff. But I don't consider myself a Christian. I don't consider myself a pagan. I have actually come up with a new term for myself. It's a starclad. I'm starclad. So I'm just a starclad child, and I follow the whims of the goddess, and I follow her direction. And a lot of it turns out to be very Eastern. A lot of alternative crystals and tarot and healing and work and incense and bells and all that cool stuff, all that cool witchy stuff. But I really hate to call myself a Wiccan, because Wicca is a very specific religion that I do not follow. Christianity, I love Christianity, but I can't call myself a Christian because that's not the line that I follow. But no, I'm starclad. That's what I am. So Jorge Mario Bergoglio. Yes, Jorge. I can't remember his Pope name though. I want to say his Pope name is Francis. I think it's Francis. But yeah, I encourage people to follow their own religion. Create your own religion. Do your own thing. Take what works from other people's beliefs and just make your own thing up. That's what I do. So I think it's Francis, Pope Francis the I don't know, 27th. Who knows? There's so many Pope Francises. But yeah, I think is Pope Francis for sure. But I love all religions. I love all beliefs and ways of life. I encourage everybody to follow their walking way of life. If you're brought up to be a hardcore Bible thumping Protestant, that's all on you. You're going to be really surprised when you find out that God's a black lady. But and Jesus was a Jew, so that's kind of on you. But I have no room for that hatred. I have no room for hatred in my heart, and I do not like hatred towards other people based on, especially on something as ridiculous as skin color. I think we can move way past skin color at this point. We are so much more involved than that. At least we have the capacity to be. It's just we need to wake people up. Wake up, people. Wake up. Be woke. We don't have to live by tribes anymore. We're all human beings. We're all on this crazy spaceship together. Let's all work together. Let's embrace our differences. Our differences are what defines us. Let's be good to each other. Let's have love for each other, people. Let's spread love and light wherever we go. Let's stop with the hatred. Stop with the violence. We don't have to hurt each other anymore. We're past that. Man, my computer is going nuts with the wind. All right, let's light some incense here. Incense went out. Yeah, I love Nag Champa. It's my favorite incense. It's always been my favorite ever since I was in high school. Earth and air and fire and water. Earth and air and fire and water. Earth and air and fire and water. Come watchers, come and balance our circle. Come watchers, come and balance our work. Come watchers, come and strengthen our auras. Come watchers, come and strengthen our work. Earth and air and fire and water. Earth and air and fire and water. Earth and air and fire and water. Hugo, you're absolutely right. Portugal did have a lot to do with the slave trade. But, you know, it's in the past and we've learned from our mistakes. And I'd like to think that we're better people for it. Those people that committed those acts are not who we are today. And I'd like to think that we can move past or forget what we've done to those people. We've done some horrendous things to the African people. And it's very uncool what we did. The Africa is the heart of the earth, and the African people are the heart of humanity. And really, they're God's chosen people. So I have so much love for the African and Black community. I just, my heart goes out to them so much, and I want the best for them. And I want to see them succeed. I want to see them rise in power, and I want to see them take over. I want to see them do great things in this world because I know that they're good people. I know that they have good hearts. They just need to be they just they just need to be elevated. You know, they're so downtrodden right now. It's a shame what's happening in Africa right now. I wish they would rise up and take control of their own destinies. But all in good time. Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right, Hugo. Being racist today, it's like, man, you're intentionally being a jerk. You know, it's it's so it's so antiquated. You know, at that time, people really honestly thought that there were such things as different species of human. We know better now. We know that that's not true. Humans are humans. We all have the same wants and needs. We all think the same way. We all have different ways of thinking, but we all develop the same way. And people are people. As trying to savage is really, it's so unhealthy. And unfortunately, I'm of the people that drew the line. I'm a British stock, and my people have done pretty much the most damage in the world that there is today. And we finance that whole thing. And it's up to us to change course, and it's up to us to go back on what we did and to give back to the communities that we stole from. you know and that's what I'm trying to do in my work. That's why I try to spread love and healing everywhere I go, and show everybody that we can move past it. We can move past the color of our skin. We can move past the differences in our languages. We can move past all of that. We have the potential to evolve into better people. We just need to work for it. We need to come together. So that's where I'm at on all that. Yeah, you know, yeah, it was kind of, white people we were exposed to the Roman culture before, really we inherited the Roman culture and the Roman civilization. And so we took that and we became very prideful of ourselves for it. And that's where you get a lot of this white supremacy from, is this pride in your white skin. And I'm not about that. I don't appreciate that, because you're elevating yourself above other people, and it's not about that. Our job here is to elevate others around us above ourselves. That's our purpose. As at least that's my purpose as a light worker. I'm here to elevate other people around me. So I work from love and from light, and I try to spread the positive energy wherever I go. And that's what I'm doing here. That's what I do on this live stream. That's my goal for this live stream, is just to spread knowledge and wisdom and love and light. And I hate it when I get bad readings for people. I really hate it. But you know, the cards fall the cards the way that they fall. If we wanted to have good readings, all that's only good cards in it, but that's just not the way tarot cards are made. It's not the way life is. Life is not always good. Life is a mix of bad and good. So it's all in how we perceive it. It's all how we choose to perceive it. We have the choice of either looking at the ugly or looking at the beautiful. I'm actually 33 years old. Go figure. Thank you. I'm an old soul. This is not my first time on this rock, and I just reconnected with myself recently through a series of spiritual experiences. I've had a very rough life. I have a very sketchy past, and I've gone through the ringer, and I've done things that I'm not proud of, and I've made a lot of bad decisions in my life, and I went down different roads that people shouldn't go. But I've had to go through those in order to relearn who I am and what my purpose is in life. And so my goal now is to build up from what I came from, which was negative mindsets and negative mentality, and just focused on selfishness and is fulfilling selfish desire, and me. That's all I was about, was me, and taking that and just putting it in the complete reverse and making it all about everybody else. I'm all about helping everybody else. Let's get everybody else elevated, not just me. I'm not the only person on this earth. We are all in this together. I'm all about helping you, Hugo. I'm all about helping other people. I'm all about helping the world. I just want to change the world one person at a time. Yeah, well, Hugo, we all make that mistake. We're all young and dumb at some point in our life, and alcohol and drugs are very easy to fall into. That was my lifestyle for a very long time, and I actually ended up having to go to prison to learn how to not do that anymore. And that's really what fundamentally changed for me. Was I had to break the law, and I had to be a better person. Some people, they go through that situation and they get worse. And I'm just one of the lucky ones that I got better. Because like I said, I'm an old soul. This is not the first time I've been here. I'm much more than just a human being. I'm a worker of light. I am sent by the goddess to do good things in this world. And so that's my purpose in life. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help things. I'm here to help you guys in whatever way I can. And if that means scrubbing toilets, if that means reading tarot cards, if that means picking up the dog poo off the side of the road, if that means orchestrating multi-million-dollar corporations, whatever it means for me, wherever I belong, the goddess will put me where I need to be. And she's going to take care of me the whole way. Like I want for nothing. I need for nothing. So I just depend on the goddess, and she'll take care of me. And I have full faith that everything's going to work out just fine. Because I have this isn't my home. This is I'm a transient here. I'm just passing through. My home is in the sky. My home is with the goddess. So that's where my home is. We're all here just trying to help each other out. We're just trying to help elevate the rest of the human race up. So, yeah, stranger in a strange world. So, no, I went to prison for hurting somebody. I actually, I was under the influence when I hurt somebody. And no, I went to prison for a very serious crime, and I'm not proud of that crime. It's something that's in my past. I don't really like to talk too much about it in detail, but let's just suffice it to say that I hurt somebody that did not deserve to be hurt, and hopefully that person has been able to move on with their life in a way that is good for them. I know that it's my job to turn my life around and to make sure that I never cause that kind of hurt again, and to never cause that kind of pain again in someone's life, because that's just not what we're about. That's not what I'm here to do. That's the opposite of what I'm here to do. So I had to run into that corner in order to find out who I am. It's just I had to make that decision to realize what my purpose is in life. It's just how the tarot cards fall sometimes. It's strange how life works, but we're here and we're doing it, and life is one big ritual. We're all orchestrators on this great altar cloth of the earth, and we're just doing a big huge ritual. Well, yeah. So in America, we have some very strange drug laws. Mainly it's possession that's the crime. Possession or intent to distribute, that's the crime. Being under the influence is actually not a crime. what they usually do is they'll take us, if you're under the influence of illegal drugs, usually they'll take you to the hospital and they'll try to get you sobered up, and then they'll put you back on the streets. But being under the influence of methamphetamine or cocaine or anything like that, it's not actually a crime. It's just mainly a security issue. They're worried about you hurting other people. So they take you to the hospital and put you on an IV drip and try to get the drugs out of your system and get you cleaned up and maybe point you in the direction to get some help. But if you have cocaine or methamphetamine on you, or prescription pills that don't belong to you, if you have them on your person, that can be a legal situation that you would find yourself into, especially if you're in the business of selling it. That is even worse. But just consuming it, just being under the influence is not a crime. That's just how it is. Exactly. So, yeah. And really, it depends on where you're at in the United States, because some parts of the country are more strict about their laws than other parts of the country. Where I'm at, they're a little bit more lenient, necessarily, as they don't like meth. They do not like meth. They do not like cocaine. When it comes to weed, weed's legal up here, so they could care less about weed. They could care less about alcohol. But mainly it's meth and coke. If you're getting caught up with that, if you're caught up with the pain pills, then or the heroin, they're more likely to put you in a situation to get help, because we understand that that's an epidemic that's going on, and it's a disease that needs to be addressed, and it's not a criminal aspect. But with meth and with cocaine, those are two things that there's a lot of criminality involved in that. And so, but people do need help. Meth heads and coke heads and crack heads are just as in need of help as heroin addicts. So it's just, we all have to go through it, and my heart goes out to those people. I really wish I could just heal them. I wish I could just take a basket of healing and just give it to everybody. I just wish that's the way things worked. So. I'm actually a recovering alcoholic. I've done some really horrible things on alcohol, and marijuana I could care less about. Marijuana, my dad's a marijuana patient, and so it actually helps him. And I think marijuana is actually a boon to heroin addicts, and people dealing with pain. But alcohol is, alcohol can be a killer. What's up, man?
Alcohol a killer?
Oh, that's my brother. What are you up to?
What?
Are you dosed up?
No. What?
You look like you are.
I told you. I'm not like on alcohol as I am on other shit.
What other shit? What other shit?
The exam.
Oh, really? I didn't know. All right. Well, Hugo, it looks like we're not going to have a lot of business tonight. It looks like it's just we're just hanging out. So, hey, Hugo, I'm going to lift up the screen so you can see us. This is me. Hi. This is Christopher. That's my brother Patrick. So, we're just hanging out. This is what we do. And yep, so we're hanging out, and this is my live stream. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night, because we don't have a lot of people coming through, and it's just it's gonna be a slow night. So I'll come back later. If you're on later, then we'll definitely hook up. Just keep an eye on that stream, and when we get it going on, we'll get it going on. So, okay, cool. Well, Hugo, it was good hanging out with you. It was good talking to you. You're good people. I really appreciate you. So thanks for hanging out with me. It was really fun. All right, buddy. Talk to you later.